Hi everyone, welcome to Polo and Lifestyle Talks. Today's guest is Emily Abraham, CEO of Love Luxury in London. And we are speaking today about how Love Luxury started, and I think we will also be shown some beautiful pieces. Hi Emily, welcome to Polo and Lifestyle Talks.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's such a pleasure to speak to you. We did already like a written interview with you, which was amazing. And I thought, let's do a live talk and get to know you better. And also the readers, they love the article. So I thought it's a great opportunity to speak to you also here and have a nice conversation.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So I would say let's start with Love Luxury, how everything started. If some readers maybe don't know already your story, maybe you can tell us a little bit.
Sure, no problem. So basically, for those of you that don't know, Love Luxury was founded from a previously already well-established business. But what happened was during COVID, myself and my husband noticed that there was a massive niche in the market. So we noticed that the people who really enjoyed luxury goods weren't able to buy them during COVID. So during COVID, all the high-end luxury boutiques were closed and nobody could buy anything online. That came right towards the end of the second lockdown that basically people were able to do that. So we got on that bandwagon at the very beginning, and we noticed that a lot of people were wanting to sell things because they were thinking, I've got 15 Chanels, I've got 10 Birkins, a couple of Kellys, and I've got 5 Rolexes, and do I need them while I'm locked in my house for lockdown? People actually realised that those things weren't necessarily things that they needed as much of. So we were there to buy them in, but we were also there to sell them on for the people that wanted them that couldn't get them because the stores were closed. So that's basically how Love Luxury came to be. We were already trading as a business, but we weren't specializing in luxury goods. So it was that niche market of the luxury goods that we clocked onto very early on in the lockdown, the first COVID lockdown, and that's where we came from.
It's amazing that you really took off the chance and then started immediately, and now you built up a fantastic audience and a reputation as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think as well the fact that we had already were quite well known on social media platforms like Facebook and Instagram, and we had a very loyal following, and they're still with us today, and we really appreciate those people, because without them I don't think we'd have what we've got today, which is really kind and lovely of them that they've stuck with us for so long.
Of course, yeah. I would love to hear about your first designer purchase.
My personal first designer purchase was when I was in my early, I think very early 20s, late teens. I was like 19 or 20. And I just landed a job as a PA to a very, he had his finger in a lot of pies, let's put it that way. He was an entrepreneur, and my first paycheck, I went out and treated myself to a pair of Gucci boots with a matching Gucci handbag. Wow. That was my first ever designer purchase. It was really fashionable to have the GG print. Was so fashionable, and everybody wanted them at that time. So why not, if you could afford it? Because even back then they were expensive. So if you could afford it, you know, it was definitely a status symbol to be carrying a Gucci bag that had, and especially if you had the matching boots. I thought it would be neat.
Yeah. What a nice combination. So what would you say, what are your top tips on buying luxury goods?
Okay, so the first thing is that you have to be sure that the item you're purchasing is authentic. Okay, that comes above and beyond everything else. So obviously if you're buying from a store, you would hope that the item you're purchasing is authentic, obviously, because it's coming from the store. But if you're buying from a reputable pre-loved reseller like ourselves here at Love Luxury, we would always sell every item with bag, with an authentication certificate from a third party. So that's the first thing. So make sure that the buyer is selling it with a third party authentication certificate. My second tip would be that you buy something that you know you're going to love, because following trends may not give you the joy that you anticipated. So always make sure that when you're buying something, you're buying it because you love it. So then you're going to get the use out of it, which then warrants the price tag that you're paying. And I think the third thing that I would say to anybody purchasing pre-loved or brand new items would be just have a little look on the secondary markets at what these items sell for, because there's many designers that you can buy from the store or pre-loved markets, and they may have a very high price tag, but when you go to sell them on, you haven't necessarily maintained your financial outlay. So just do a little bit of research to make sure that the item that you're purchasing is actually an investment.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think these are some very important facts that you shared. I think it's very helpful for someone who's also maybe purchasing the first time with a reseller.
Yeah, I think as well, just something to add about that authentication certificate, is always double and triple check that the certificate matches the item that you're purchasing. Because what we're noticing more and more of in the pre-loved market is that the counterfeiters are now counterfeiting the authentication certificates as well. So you may think you're buying a genuine bag that's got a genuine authentication certificate, but just go back to who has issued the certificate, put the code in, and make sure that it actually matches the bag that you're purchasing, because then you're giving yourself backup. Because there's one thing that I can say about people that are selling non-genuine items, and that is that if they're selling it and they know it's not genuine, you're never going to get your money back. So please be careful.
No, it's really important to double check.
Very.
So I think the readers and the audience, they would love to see some pieces, and me too.
So I've made a little display behind you.
Yeah, it looks gorgeous.
I'll just go up so you can see some up there, and then I've got some down there. But what I'll do is I'll just bring a few to the front so you can see. I've got some bags and some watches, because it's too much to show you everything we've got in the shop. I wish I could, but just too many items now. So let me just move.
I will come and pass by.
Anytime, you're welcome. So this one is one of my current favorites, actually. This is Hermes Constance, and this is limited edition. And what's so special about this bag is that it's made from silk, and every single bag is one of a kind, because no two pieces of silk are the same. So they were all cut from one silk. So this is a Constance 18, which is a limited edition. Very beautiful.
One is really stunning. So beautiful. I never saw something like that.
It's amazing, and you don't see pieces like that very often. Then I've got something that's a little more at the higher end of the market. So this is a Birkin 25, and this one is in crocodile. So you can see it's a shiny crocodile, and the Birkin 25s are very popular at the moment. These, because the smaller the bag, the higher the price tag. So this really is a status symbol to have this in an exotic leather. We love these here at Love Luxury. Look at that.
Oh, it's really unique. And I think also the size, the 25, is a really nice size, because you can go from day to evening as well.
100%. This is my size of choice. I used to use a 35 when I was carrying the kitchen sink to work every day. Now I use a Birkin 25. I've downsized how much I carry, and then that means that if I'm going to an event after work, I can carry it, and it looks very elegant.
Exactly, yes, beautiful one.
Let me see. Do you want to have a look at a Kelly?
Yes, please.
Okay. So this is a Kelly. So this again is a limited edition. This is called the Kelly Colourmatic.
Wow,
and this one is made from Swift leather, but it has 7 different colours on it, which is highly unusual for Hermes. They don't very often make them with so many colours on, and it literally is an absolute work of art. These are, again, collector's pieces, so that's
like a piece of art.
They are. These come in a very special box as well. So this piece and the constance that I showed you, they come in a navy blue lined box, which means that they're very limited. That's that. And then an ostrich mini Kelly. Who doesn't love a mini Kelly?
Yeah. So adorable.
So one thing about the ostrich skin that not many people know, people say, oh, I don't like it because it's got the dots on. I'm an Hermes connoisseur, and I would have to say that this is actually my favourite skin. It's shower proof, it's scratch resistant, and it's lightweight. That makes this, for me, a winning combination, because many of the Hermes leathers can't get wet. So if something is shower resistant, that for me is a massive bonus, especially living in England.
Yes. Everyone says you have so many beautiful bags. We love it. And
we have. I've got so many, but shall I move on to watches?
Yeah, show us some watches. Yeah, we have a huge watch audience as well.
Well, these are some beauties. So we've got AP. I've got a Patek here. Beautiful. Let me just bring them closer.
Yeah, very beautiful. Stunning.
Of the pieces we've got, so we've got a Rolex day date up here. This is an Oyster Perpetual with a rainbow dial. I've got another day date here that's got this is 36mm. It's got diamond baguettes, hour markers, and it's also got diamonds on the shoulders. These pieces are now some of the best pieces that you can purchase, but it's very heavy, so I have to put it down before I drop them.
Oh, amazing. So if someone is interested to purchase something or get more information about your products you're offering, what's the best place to contact you?
So I think for these higher end pieces, I would always suggest that somebody comes into the store, which is at 48 Beecham Place, and sees for themselves, because I like people to be able to have a look and put some gloves on, try the items on. It's very important, especially with the higher end items. But if they can't get into the store, then there's no reason that they can't look online at our website, which is just www.loveluxury.co.uk and then /shop. So all of the items that I've showed you today will be available to have a look at, and each item has a link to a video so you can see it moving around as well.
That's amazing, like video content, and to show the product, it makes it even more real as well.
Yeah.
And amazing. So everyone who's interested, you can go to the website. We will leave it under the video, and also your Instagram page. They can contact you directly.
Yeah.
So Emily, thank you so much for today, for our conversation. It was very interesting and also helpful with your top tips you shared, and beautiful pieces. I can't wait to come by one day.
You're welcome anytime. Everybody's welcome. You can just walk in if you want to have a look at that.
Amazing.
But
perfect.
Thank you so much for inviting me on today. I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure, and I wish you a wonderful afternoon.
Thank you, and you. Take care, guys.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.